All right. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. This is our 16th town hall. I mean, I just keep saying that number because it's amazing to be going 16 weeks strong. And it's just an amazing feat to see new familiar faces, new faces, and it's just an amazing feeling to know that we have a community that we're building up. So, Alon, how has everything been with you this week?
All good, all good. That's a very strange week for Israeli people. We have the Memorial Day, that
Yeah,
it's a very sad day for us, and then right after this, the Independence Day, that is a
yeah.
very happy day for us. So today we celebrate Independence Day. So happy Independence Day
Happy
to all the
Independence
Israelis.
Day.
Yeah, and I'm here as always.
Yeah, always here. Exactly. No days off. No days off. And
What about you,
uh,
Anthony? How was
it's,
your week?
yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. It's been actually pretty exciting. Learning a lot. Getting connected with a lot of churches as well. So we'll be having some meetings starting next week. So excited for that. And just the overall excitement of just the new content that's coming out regarding Evmux, not only from us but other creators as well, which is helping us expand and being able to get to know more people. And just like I said, every single day somebody new finds out about Evmux, and it's a new opportunity for us to learn more about what we can do. So this week has been full of learnings, man, full of learnings. Really, really excited about it. And yeah, just excited. Today is Cinco de Mayo as well, so we got to eat tacos. Got to eat some tacos today. Okay,
All
so
right, I will.
we gotta do it.
You don't need
But
a good reason to eat tacos, right? It's
yeah,
amazing to
you
be.
know, you don't. It's not. It could be Tuesday. So always, as always, love to be able to go ahead and welcome everybody who's here. We have Shauna here. We have Raj. We have Darius. We have Iran. Thank you so much for guys tuning in. It's always great to see you guys. And today we have a pretty good topic for you. I know that more and more we're starting to realize that it's not just always great to just stream to one individual platform, just where you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You want to be able to expand your reach and be able to connect with people on the platform where they spend the most time. Some people don't use YouTube. Some people use Facebook. Some people don't use Facebook and they use YouTube. So it's important that you are live streaming just like we are, where we stream to our Facebook group, to LinkedIn, and to YouTube, because we understand that people love to be on the platform where they spend the most time. So today we're going to talk about multi-streaming. But before we dive into all the nitty gritty, let's just talk a lot about kind of, I know we've mentioned it before, but why was it important when we created Evmux to be able to, out of the gate, coming from events and switching to virtual and hybrid events? Why was multi-streaming something important that we needed to add?
Yeah, so as you said, multi-streaming is something that the demand for this was always there. For us in the event industry, it started as a backup plan because clients always wanted to have the ability to, if there is any issue with their live streaming delivery
Mm,
platform, to switch immediately to another live streaming platform.
right,
And then, you can stop stream and then try to stream again to another platform, but then, there will be a downtime of at least a few minutes.
right,
And in events, it's not acceptable. So the demand was, okay, let's stream to two different destinations at least at the same time, and then we can switch, make it a hot swap
mm,
if there is any issue. So this is where we started with, like, when we thought about multi-stream. And then, we've been exposed more and more to content creators and live
right,
streamers. And then it's exactly what you said. Like, we said, okay, it's not only as a backup plan, it's really to go through different platforms and be able to
right,
spread the word. And we see ourselves on our town halls how amazing this is,
right,
that some people prefer to watch on LinkedIn, some of them on YouTube, some of them on Facebook. Twitter, we are building up our Twitter now, our TikTok now, Instagram, etc. So we might add more platforms in the future. For now, we decided to focus on three of those platforms, which is
yeah,
enough for now. And we see it's amazing. Like, we definitely recommend our clients, and we see we see the demand from the client. So yeah,
100%.
great feature to have.
Yeah, 100%. And one of the things that I really enjoy about it is the fact that you can customize the platform based on where you're going to stream. So if you have you can customize the messaging, which more what I'm trying to say is that if you know your certain audience on LinkedIn is a little bit different than your audience, on your Facebook group, or you can talk differently. So inside of Evmux, you're able to go ahead and manage all of that. So, I think it's a great opportunity for, us to jump back into the editor and really go into a live demo of just showcasing really, how multi-streaming with Evmux actually works, right? And what you're able to currently do within the platform without having to go to Facebook or to YouTube directly to be able to make these kind of customizations. So I would definitely love to see that. And
Yeah,
so, yeah,
so
go
I'm
ahead.
sharing my screen right now. Hopefully, all of you can see
Hmm.
everything clearly. So you can, of course,
Looks
comment
great.
in the chat. Looks great to me. Anyways, what you can see here is the studio, as you all know. And
Mhm.
if I'm talking about the multi-stream, you can see here that I have multi-streamings, right? And I can have the URL right from here to each stream that I'm streaming and watch it as an attendee to make sure that everything looks just amazing.
Right,
Okay. Now, what Anthony just said, that on top of adding multi streams for each platform, you can now we are live, so you don't see that, but
right,
before you go live, you can edit the post that will be posted on social
correct,
media. So the post for Facebook can be different from the post to YouTube because each platform
correct.
is maybe a bit different. LinkedIn is more business for brands and enterprises, while Facebook is more for, personal
Friends and
people,
families, right.
friends and family. Yeah, so it might be different. So you definitely can do that, or of course you can do the same message for every platform. And also, what's nice that you can schedule posts, right? You can schedule live streams, so the post will go right away, but it will say on the platform that okay, it will be streamed
Mhm.
a week from now or whenever you will do that, so people can add reminders and things of that sort. Very, very powerful. And there is a video, very good video that Anthony created on our YouTube channel about
Yes,
multi-stream. So definitely recommend all of you to take a look there. Anthony is going step by step how to make it happen,
to break it
explaining
down, right.
everything. Super helpful.
Yeah, and one of the things to keep in mind as well when it comes to multi-streaming is that within Evmux, there's no loss of quality. So regardless of how many platforms you're going to be streaming to, you're still going to be pushing out 1080p for those streams that you have available. So it's very important that you realize that a lot of times you think if you're using like a tool like OBS and you don't have a very powerful computer, then a streaming to multiple platforms puts a huge strain. Not only does it require more bandwidth, meaning more internet, right? You need a bigger internet speed to be able to divide that between each individual platform, to whereas when you're using Evmux, it's all cloud-based, meaning that we don't put any strain on your computer. We handle all the output and we make sure that each destination you're streaming to has 100% quality sent to it, allowing everyone that you're just watching to be able to have a good experience. So I also like to always mention that as well, because a lot of times people don't think that you can stream at higher than 720, or is my quality going to be lost? It doesn't happen that way inside of Evmux. It's 1080, it's 1080p across all platforms, and you even get that directly on the free plan. So it's very important that you take advantage of that. We understood the importance of quality, and we didn't want that to be a limiting factor of whether saying, hey, well, we want you, if you don't want to pay, you're going to stream at 720. That's not really doing you any good. We want you to have the best quality because we want you to utilize the tool. And then once you utilize the tool and you start understanding the features, people start enjoying your content and you can kind of go from there. So it's super, super useful. But what if you have a certain destination that we don't have directly integrated inside of Evmux, right? That's where
Mhm.
the custom RTMP comes in, allowing you to be able to stream to other destinations that are not integrated with Evmux right now. Now, before we go into showing you how that actually works, let me just talk about the difference between what it means to have a platform integrated into Evmux and a platform that's not integrated. So when you see a platform that's integrated into Evmux, meaning that when you click the little plus icon in the editor for you to be able to go ahead and select your destinations, those platforms that you see see there, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, those platforms are going to allow, with the exception of LinkedIn right now, because we're currently waiting on a certain additional integrations, you're going to be able to pull comments directly from those social platforms to be able to display on stream. When you do a custom destination using RTMPS, then that's going to mean that you're not going to be able to pull comments, but you are going to be able to stream. So now that you understand the difference between what it means to have an integrated and a custom destination, then this is a great opportunity to be able to showcase a prime example of how you can actually use a custom destination. And the way that we're going to be able to go ahead and do this is by, let's say, for example, you want to stream to Twitter. This is going to be a great example because this is the example that we have in the video. So in this video, I'm going to show you how, if you wanted to live stream to Twitter, how you would actually be able to do that utilizing Evmux and using the RTMP service. So let's go ahead and run that video. That way we can showcase and demonstrate how that actually works.
Good luck.
Being able to go ahead and connect with your audience on the platform where they spend the most time on is so important to continue to build your exposure. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to go ahead and stream to Twitter utilizing Evmux. That way you can go ahead and have your overlays, lower thirds, so that way your stream looks professional. So let's go ahead and jump into my Evmux account so you can see how easy it is to go ahead and get this all set up. So once you're inside of your Evmux account, the very first thing you want to make sure is that you have all of your scenes, your overlays, your lower thirds all set up utilizing the Pro Scenes feature. If you haven't set it up yet, go ahead and click the video in this card right here where you can watch a tutorial where I walk you step by step on how to get it all set up. So once you're all set there, what you want to do is you want to go over to Twitter and you want to go ahead and get logged in. You're going to come to a section here that says more and you're going to select Media Studio. Now, if you don't see Media Studio, you're going to want to go ahead and go to help.twitter.com, and I'll go ahead and put a link in the description below where it says here, currently access to Media Studio is given on an invite only basis. If you do not have access to Media Studio, please reach out to your account manager. But if you do have access, once you click it, you're going to be brought here to the Media Studio, and what we want to do is you want to select producer. You're going to select create broadcast. You're going to name the broadcast. I'm just going to name this Evmux demo. As far as the category, you can select the category that best suits you. I'm going to go ahead and select digital creator. As far as the source, we're going to select create new source. Then you can name the source. I'm going to name this Evmux demo 1. You select RTMP. Okay, and then for the region, you want to select the region that's nearest to you. I'm going to go ahead and select North Virginia, which is going to be the east. You're going to select create, and then what we want to do is you want to copy this stream key. We're going to select copy. You're going to come back to Evmux. You're going to come under where it says broadcast channels. You're going to add a new destination, and you're going to select RTMP. Once you select that, it's going to give you the option to be able to plug in your stream key. We'll go ahead and paste that there. And then what we want to do is we want to go back to Twitter. You then want to go ahead and select done. And what this is going to do is provide you with a source URL. We want to copy that source URL. We want to come back to Evmux, and under server, we want to input that URL. You'll select that there, make sure this is toggled on, and you'll select save. So the part of Evmux is now complete. Now inside of Evmux, once you're ready, we can go live. So the last step that we need to do inside of Twitter, so you need to scroll down and select schedule for now or schedule for later. So you can decide which one you prefer to do. I'm going to go ahead and select later, and then I'm going to go ahead and select create broadcast. You can add a thumbnail in there if you want. So now I'm going to hit cancel. You're going to see that my scheduled broadcast is now here. So what I want to do is at the time that this is scheduled to go live, what I want to do is I want to go back to Evmux and I want to select go live. That way Evmux pushes over all your overlays, your scenes, your lower thirds over to Twitter. So once you hit go live on Evmux, you're going to come back to Twitter and you're going to select on the broadcast and you're going to select tweet. This is how your viewers are going to be able to access your live stream. So what you want to do here is you want to type in here where it says what's happening, the description of your live stream, what the topic is, what you're going to be talking about, and then once you're ready, select tweet, and this is going to go ahead and notify all of your followers and also give them the option to be able to join into the live stream. And then once you're done with the stream, you want to come back into Evmux, you want to select end stream, and then inside of Evmux it's going to go ahead and save your recordings as well as saving your recordings inside of the Media Studio as well, allowing you to be able to then grab clips or post it later on other social platforms. But But if you want to go ahead and stream to multiple platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or another RTMP service, go ahead and watch this video right here where I walk you step by step on how to go ahead and get that set up. That way you can stream to multiple platforms at the same time, allowing you to be able to further expand your reach. I'll see you in the next video. All right, so just like that, I think that was the easiest way to be able to demonstrate, since we're currently live and we aren't able to do it in a live demo, to be able to showcase you how you can utilize the custom RTMP to be able to go ahead and stream to a destination that's not directly integrated inside of Evmux. So just like that, if you have any questions regarding it, just simply go ahead and let us know, because there's a lot of times where you want to be able to stream to multiple destinations. So another example is that you don't just have to stream to just one YouTube channel. You can stream to 2 YouTube channels, right? So you're not just limited to just streaming to one specific platform. You can do multiple pages. So if you have a Facebook page, if you have a Facebook group, if you have a personal Facebook, you can stream to all 3 of those inside of Evmux. So you're not limited to just saying, okay, well, you use Facebook already, that's it, you can't use it again. You use YouTube, you can't use it again. You can go ahead and use you can stream directly to other platforms, like I said, they're not integrated in there. Like you have Twitter, that's not in there. You have D Live, that's not in there. You can go ahead and integrate directly into OBS with Evmux as well. So there's just a lot of opportunities available when you're multi-streaming. And I really wanted to hit home again on why you should be multi-streaming, because I know that we ran a poll here and I asked, do you multi-stream? 70% said yes, and 30% said no. So I'll be very curious that if you were one of the ones that selected no, that you don't multi-stream, if you would go in the chat and comment and let me know the reason why. But I'm going to go ahead and express the reason why I think you should, especially early on if you're trying to build brand awareness, right? So when you're first starting out and you're starting to live stream your content, whether it be for your business, for a podcast, for a program, or anything you're trying to promote, it's very important that you first understand where you should spend your most time. And at the beginning, you don't know if that's YouTube, you don't know if that's Facebook, you don't know if that's Twitch, you don't know if that's LinkedIn. You're not sure where your audience is really going to be coming home or where your home is going to be. So it's important that you expand that reach and you say, I'm going to go ahead and stream to these multiple platforms. And Evmux makes it easy because you don't have to worry about, especially if you're using the platforms that are integrated directly to Evmux, to have multiple tabs open. You're not going to have to switch between Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn to be able to see who's commenting. You can be inside of Evmux and be able to easily see who's commenting for you to manage everything. And then after your stream, you're able to understand, say, hey, I had a lot of people on Facebook, or hey, I had a lot of people on YouTube. Well, now you can start dictating and saying, maybe I want to do something more exclusive for a platform. But the only way to be able to test it is to be able to multi-stream. Otherwise, if you just commit to one platform, yes, it has its perks, but how many times do you see that a platform can get shut down, or, your audience is not able to access that platform? And if you limit yourself like that, you're not going to be able to spread that message, because ultimately what we want to do here in the Town Hall is we want to educate people on Evmux. And if we only educate people on Evmux on YouTube, then we're limiting the community that we're building on Facebook, the community that we're building on LinkedIn. So it's just a great opportunity for you to be able to go ahead and share that message with the audience on the platforms that you're building, just like Twitter, right? You have people that just spend all day on Twitter. They're not going to come to YouTube. They're not going to come to LinkedIn to watch your live stream, but the information that you're offering is still going to be valuable to them. So why not bring the party to them, right? Going to Twitter and live streaming there and making them feel valued that you took the time to live stream on the platform they spend the most time. So, with that a lot, I think that the biggest thing that we've seen here is when we ran the live booster event, right? How we were able to go ahead and with so many companies that we had a part of the live booster event, most of them were on LinkedIn, right? We had some on Facebook, but the ability that we were able to stream and they were able to stream it as well to their community, how powerful and impactful was that? I mean, we've seen such a huge increase in our viewership just overall across multiple platforms where it's like on YouTube we have 12, but then on Facebook we have 7, and then on LinkedIn we have 10. Well, now collectively we have X amount of viewers that have been able to be exposed to our content, as opposed to just having the 12 or the 13 that's on YouTube, right? So let's talk a little bit about that, and why you feel that multi-streaming is like important for a new brand or even brands to be able to connect with other people.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that at the end of the day, it depends on what you try to achieve, right? But for
Right.
us as a brand, and for a lot of different brands and content creators, you want to be exposed as much as possible.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, you get free access to different platforms, allowing you to spread the
Right.
word. Of course, it has to be platform that you have some presence there. Like, I
Correct.
don't recommend you to stream to a place that people will watch and maybe comment you, and then you won't
Right.
be there to comment back and really, create a conversation around it.
Correct.
So of course you have to make sure that you have some presence there. So for us, we have a Facebook page and a Facebook group and a
Right.
LinkedIn page and YouTube channel, and we are very active on all of those,
Right.
and we have community that we are building on all of those, sometimes different personas in
Right.
different platforms, right? But
100%.
that's perfect. That's great because Evmux is a tool that can serve different verticals of live streaming and content creation. So it makes a lot of sense that we have brands on LinkedIn and friends and family, and let's say one man show content creators more on Facebook and YouTube, right?
Right.
So that's why for us it was very straightforward to go with those platforms. And
Right.
for you, I think you need to think strategy a little bit. Like, don't just go, okay, I'm streaming everywhere. No, that's not what we're
Right.
saying. We're saying you have to take advantage of the capability of streaming to multiple platforms, and then understand which platform, how it can help you to grow your brand. Um,
Right.
so understand that you have the capability. Now let's take advantage of it.
Right. And the beautiful thing is that you don't need to multi-stream to your own platform. This is where a great opportunity comes into play, where let's say you have a podcast or you have a guest that is on the show with you. Both of you guys are content creators. Both of you guys have your own business, and you guys have both have your own social platform. Well, that person doesn't need to have EVMux open to be able to have as a guest. I don't need to have my YouTube open or have my own EVMux account to be able to live stream to my YouTube channel, right? Alad, I can be a guest on Alad's show. And as a guest, he can add my YouTube channel as one of the destinations by me giving him a custom destination, right? A custom RTMP that he can go ahead and connect over directly, whether I want to stream to my Twitter, to any platform. Most platforms offer the availability to use a custom RTMP. So with that, now I can go ahead and also live stream on my channel, but allowing Alad to be able to manage all the production. So it's also a use case that way. Multi-streaming doesn't need to be just because you want to reach more people. It can also be another opportunity for you and your guests to be able to live stream at the same time and be in sync, right? So there's just a lot of use cases for this.
Yeah,
And
and we did
about
that.
yeah,
We did that also with Josh, if you
correct.
remember.
That's right.
Josh really asked to stream the town hall that he was a guest at to his channel, and we
Right.
were extremely happy about that because why not? We get more
Right.
reach, and also good for Josh because he's a guest in the town hall, and that's a great
Right.
content for him as well. So a lot of time guests would like to do that, and because we don't limit you to costume RTMPs, like you can have
Mhm.
as many as you want according to the package, but basically it's not that we say only one costume RTMP.
Right.
You can have, like, if in the package you have eight concurrent multi-stream destinations, then all the eight can be costume
Right.
RTMPs basically. Okay, we don't
Right.
limit you there. So it means if you have now three guests, you definitely can stream to their channels. It's amazing. And really can help you and your guests, and another incentive for your guests to come to your stream, because you can tell them, listen, it's going to be streamed to your channel if you would
Right.
like that. So definitely take advantage of this.
Yeah, and I agree here with Howard Tech. He made a great point, and I completely agree with that. Here it says it's great to stream to multiple platforms, but the challenge is the interactivity / engagement is limited to the platform's capability. Example: polls, question, etc. It's a challenge for any service. So I do agree there. That each single platform has its own capabilities inside. Like, for example, YouTube has polls, and then with Facebook and just all these platforms that it's not accessible to everyone across every single platform. So I can understand there where if you're trying to do something engagement wise with your community, or trying to utilize a poll, then it kind of makes it a little bit more challenging. But the way that I see multi-streaming, it's if it's going to be more or less, if your goal is to try to incorporate more engagements and more community building, then in that situation, it's kind of best to be able to then hone in on the platform where you really want to focus on that community building. When it comes to, for us, when it comes to education and it comes to relaying information regarding the platform, aka Evmux, we want to be able to have the questions come in from every single platform. We're not doing a lot of interactivity, as opposed to where I can understand where something like you're doing may require that. So it has its ups and downs, and as technology evolves, as Evmux evolves, we're going to look for ways to be able to kind of shorten that gap, to be able to create a more unified experience, like creating something a little bit more private and secluded, like you have for Facebook, right? If you have a Facebook group, one of the biggest things is that you can use Evmux just to do your Facebook lives. You can go in there and not have to be live inside of Evmux to be able to record that content. So if, let's say, you have a membership, you can use Evmux to be able to record that training, that presentation that you're currently doing, and then be able to download that recording and then upload it to your membership site, directly into your Facebook. So utilizing Evmux for more than just live streaming is going to be a great opportunity. So we have here, is it possible, from Rude Boy, is it possible to import overlays from IE owned? So you are able to go ahead and upload overlays into the ProScene editor. So what you want to do is, on our YouTube channel, there's going to be a video that I created called ProScenes, how to use ProScenes, or how to make your stream look professional. It's probably, I think, the title of the video. Look for that video on the channel. I walk you step by step on how you can go ahead and add your overlays and graphics directly inside of Evmux, so that way everything looks nice and polished. And as long as you can do animated overlays and you can do static. So as long as it's a WebM or MP4, you'll be able to utilize those overlays directly inside of Evmux with no problem. So take a look at that video. If you have any questions, join us in the Facebook group, and we can go ahead and help you out and kind of troubleshoot anything you may encounter. But it's super, super excited to see gamers taking advantage of Evmux to be able to go ahead and produce and live stream that content. Really love it. Love it.
Yeah, definitely. And for gamers, the not only for gamers, but for them specifically,
Yeah.
the multi-camera feature that is going to be released pretty soon is going to be a huge game changer, because you'll be able to basically capture your gaming screen and edit as a camera to Evmux in the highest quality, full HD. So yeah, stay tuned, gamers. We're coming.
Right, 100%. Yeah, and I agree as well, Habertech. Multi-streaming is about broadcasting one to many, which just has benefit in terms of reach, 100%. And I also think that not multi-streaming as well has its pros and cons as well. Just, if you want exclusivity and you want to make an audience feel great, and you want to be able to build a certain social platform, it's a great way to say, hey, I'm hosting this event, I'm hosting this live stream specifically only on YouTube. And then it allows you to be able to funnel your LinkedIn users, your Facebook users, your other platforms, to be able to then build that platform to say, hey, I want more people to find out about the things that I'm doing on LinkedIn. So let me make an exclusive event. And you can utilize Evmux to be able to do that, to create an exclusive event for that platform. That way you can build the audience. So like I said, just like Alad said, it's all based on your specific goals and what you want to achieve. You can go ahead and implement Evmux to help you achieve those goals, whether it be you want to create something more private, something more intimate and specific to a certain community and platform. You can do that to have professional overlays, graphics, be able to make the stream production be as smooth as possible. And then you also have the availability to be able to reach more people and stream to multiple platforms on a broad scale, while still maintaining the same quality and keeping it as easy as possible to manage that kind of output. So it's just a great opportunity. So keep bringing the questions. We definitely love it. Even giving us feedback onto how you're utilizing Evmux for your production. We've seen a huge influx of churches. So next week, if you are a church, or you are, helping churches, or you live stream churches, please reach out to me inside the Facebook group or a messenger. I should have my calendar link available by tomorrow. I'll drop that in the Facebook group. That way, following next week, everybody can start booking some calls, 10, 15 minutes. I just want to get an idea of how you're utilizing Evmux inside of a church. What tools are you utilizing? What challenges are you finding? And what things do you need from us to be able to make the process a little bit easier? So quick 15-minute call just to get a better understanding, and maybe I can provide you some immediate fixes to be able to help you produce some current live streams. So really looking forward to that. With that being said, if we don't get to any additional questions today, as always, jump inside the Facebook group. Me and Alad always jump in there a few minutes after the town hall just to catch up on any messages. Otherwise, it says, just saw this streaming platform. Looks interesting. All right, Orado. What's going on, man? Really, really excited. There's a lot of tutorials on the channel right now. So dive deep. You'll see a full demo. You'll see individual features just to be able to see how you can utilize Evmux for your current situation. So let's see here.
Yeah, and it's free.
Yep,
So
and
try
it's
us
free.
out.
Right. That's
And give us
I think
feedback. Give us
that's the
feedback.
biggest thing, right? That it's free, and a lot of times you say, well, what's the catch? Well, I mean, the only catch is that if you want to remove your logo, if you want to put your own logo and remove the Evmux logo, then you can pay and go ahead and upgrade. For the most part, allowing you to be able to dive in there. We're not giving you a 7-day free trial where you have 7 days to be able to learn the platform, try everything out, and see how it goes. You pretty much can get in there. And if you want to support Evmux and you want to showcase the Evmux logo alongside yours as well, you can go ahead and utilize the free plan to be able to do that. But at the end of the day, we just wanted to create something that was easy to use, robust enough to be able to allow you to provide a high quality production of a content, whether that be recorded or live streaming, and also alleviate the amount of gear that you're going to need, as well as the technical knowledge you would need to be able to produce something like that. So 100%. Wolfgang, thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, my dad always used to say, I'd rather get there than never get there at all. So you showed up, and that's the most important part. And we really, really appreciate it. But with that, if you have any final closing statements that you want to go ahead and add.
Yeah, so thank you again every week for joining, watching us, not taking that for granted. So very grateful for that. And it's important for me to show my appreciation for that. We are here. So please remember, give us feedback, go to the Facebook group, talk to us. We want to improve. We want to listen to you. Churches that would like to talk to Anthony, please do that. Really important for us to understand, to have a better understanding how we can help churches even more. Although even now we feel like, okay, we're on the sweet spot for churches, but we always want to be better. So yeah, thank you. Have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy your time with friends and family.
Exactly.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Yep, right? We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right, I'm live. That was easy.